guys, Joe DeMarco from the Crazy New York Driver Show. Today is Friday, September 30th, 2022. Welcome to another eBay video. Today we're going to be discussing buyers who get angry when you decline their lowball offers. We're also going to have an update on the scammer that contacted me last week that I made a video about. I'm going to talk a little bit about the eBay fall seller update. Not a lot, a little. We're going to talk about your comments, questions, and concerns from the last couple of videos. And we're going to get right into it now with your comments, questions, and concerns from the last couple of videos. Dennis Copper wrote, Rule number 1. Never ever take any sale off eBay. Problem solved. Joe, let us know if and when eBay takes that account down. This is just as important. It lets us know what they're really doing behind the door. And Classic Bob 100 wrote, Joe, this ID has been suspended as of 4:22 p.m., September 26, 2022. Okay, approximately 1 hour after I called eBay Concierge and dined out that scammer, the account was taken down and suspended. Yes, it was taken down and suspended. So good job to eBay on moving very quickly. What I think needs to be pointed out here is that in my personal opinion, I feel it was suspended because I called Concierge and she made a report. If any of these scammer accounts contact you guys, please, for the love of God, take a few minutes out of your day and report them, especially if you have Concierge. Marjorie, the psephologist, wrote in about the eBay Open online event. The virtual was a disaster and nothing like you enjoyed. The sessions after the keynote were pre-recorded and had already started before we had access. Other category sessions also pre-recorded and clearly reading from a script. The chats moved so fast, nothing, so we'll ever do it again. I never got to go, but the old Vegas type would be great and a chance to meet from all over. The 2022 lives weren't worth traveling from Florida to Austin or New York. All right, Marjorie and everybody else, the first day of the eBay Open Online event was indeed plagued with glitches. I don't dispute that for a second. Marjorie, I'm surprised you didn't mention, hey. Did you hear that? Something sold. Something sold. It was a cheap sale, but something sold. Now, as I was saying, Marjorie, I'm surprised you didn't mention anything about the Wheel of Fortune debacle. I'm not sure if you even saw it. Maybe you didn't. Did any of you see what happened with the Wheel of Fortune? This was on day one. The premise was you would type in the chat section, I think, just eBay, and you'd be entered into a spin, a virtual spin of the wheel. And it would land on a particular prize, let's just say a $50 gift card or eBay swag. And as they would spin the wheel, you're supposed to see everybody's name shooting across the screen. But what you were seeing was the same 20 or 30 names, consistently the same 20 or 30 shooting across the screen. They spun the wheel about maybe 6 times. Do you know, with all the thousands of people entering, one person won twice? What are the odds of that? That should never happen. Even the moderator was taken aback and said, we didn't really foresee this happening. I think we have a rule that nobody can win twice. It's amazing that that happened, but I don't believe they use the Wheel of Fortune anymore after that particular snafu. So yeah, I'm happy to report that day 2 went fine with no glitches whatsoever. Day 3, I really didn't watch because I was heading downtown to meet some of you cool cats, and you know how that went. It went very well. So yeah, by the way, I don't know if you can tell, it's cloudy out, it's cool. We're getting the remnants of Hurricane Ida. Tomorrow, rain all day. Sunday, cloudy and rain. Monday and Tuesday, cloudy and rain. All right. That's all the comments I'm going to read today. I want to move into some new topics. I want to talk about an angry buyer who got mad and wrote to me because I wouldn't accept his lowball offer. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to read this to you, then I'm going to hold the phone up to the screen so you can see that I'm being legit about this. All right? Okay, so I had a dog item listed on eBay, get this, for $11.48. It's a wheel center cap, okay? This is a real dog item. I bought these many years ago. They came in a lot. You know how I buy things in a lot by the pallet? So I got a bunch of these so I can afford to sell them cheap. And I'm asking $11.48 each. So this person sends me a best offer of $10.48, $1 less. Now, it kind of seemed a little bit suspicious to me. Why would somebody want $1 less? I mean, the item itself is only $11.48. If they can't afford that, they have serious problems. But even then, I was leaning toward accepting the offer. But like I always tell you guys to do, please, please, please check his feedback, and if it's concerning, don't accept the offer. So his feedback, I believe, was several hundred. So it seemed okay at first, but when I clicked on his feedback, he hadn't done any transactions. None this month, none in the last 6 months. I mean, it was all zeros, so I was concerned. So for that reason, I declined. I didn't block him at the time. I wanted to see what his next move was going to be. Now, if he really wanted the item, be honest, wouldn't he just then pay the extra $1 and purchase it? No, he didn't. Here's what he wrote to me. And I'm going to show you this. Okay, I just bought from another seller for a better deal than you declined. So thanks for saving me money. Your loss, not mine. And I responded with the following. No problem. Glad to help. I also blocked you, so you can never buy anything from me ever. How does that sound? I'm telling you guys, think about it. Now, if you check his feedback as I have, he claims he bought it from another seller at a cheaper price. His account does not show any activity. I don't think he bought it from another seller. I think he was just messing with me. That's my honest feeling. I bet none of you guys ever get harassing messages like that because most of you guys don't sell on eBay Motors. But for those of you who do sell on eBay Motors, then yes, I do think you get harassing messages. This week, I have been inundated with lowball offers, the likes of which I've never seen. Any offer that's sent to me, I don't care what the item is, but if it's less than 50% of my asking price, it's an automatic decline. Earlier today, a person sent me a ridiculous offer. less than half. Let's just say, for argument's sake, the item was around $38. He sent me an offer of $15. I declined it. What do you think he did next? What's the worst possible thing he could do? He contacted me through eBay messages and said, wait for it, what is the lowest price you will go? Oh, I hate that. Oh, Christ, do I hate that. What did I do? I pulled the Dennis Copper. I responded with crickets, and I blocked him. He's blocked. I was originally tempted to respond with a long response telling him he did everything wrong, meaning he offered me less than half. He said those horrible words, what is the lowest you will go? So that was originally what I was going to do, but I decided not to. I said, he's just not worth my time. There's too many people like him running around. I blocked him. He's out of my life, hopefully. I thought about even ending the listing, okay? I thought about ending the listing. I didn't, but I still might. So yeah. Briefly, as far as the eBay Fall Seller newsletter goes, there's not a lot really to cover on it. The one interesting thing is what they call the new eBay International Shipping. It's going to be replacing eBay's global shipping program, and it's very, very similar. As a seller, you probably won't notice much of a difference, but the buyers will, because I'm told that it's going to be a lot more cost-effective for the buyers. Therefore, overseas buyers will be more likely to buy our items. And one more big thing, and this is something I haven't seen anybody mention. As you probably know, we can no longer sell to Germany because of the new VAT rules that took place some time ago. In order to sell to Germany, you, as an independent seller, would have to file and go through all kinds of paperwork. Ergo, we were all cut off from selling to Germany. And let me tell you something. People from Germany used to buy my stuff. I really didn't like losing Germany. But what eBay is doing with their new international shipping program is the entity of eBay is filing as an entity, or maybe what I should say as middleman, the VAT paperwork, all right, as a clearinghouse. So we as eBay sellers can and will be able to ship to Germany once we're in this program. I hope I made that clear. I hope you understand. Now, you're probably wondering how you get into this program. If you're already enrolled in the global shipping program, you will be automatically transferred into the new eBay International Delivery Program. You don't have to do anything, all right? It's not going to be overnight like that. It's going to be batch form, okay? So I don't have a time frame on it. I don't know. It happens when it happens, but it will happen. Those of you guys who are not in the global shipping program, I believe, and don't quote me, I believe you need to be invited in to the new program once it fully debuts. Also, another point I want to bring up very briefly is having to do with immediate payment on best offers. Early this year, 2022, eBay said they would roll out immediate payment on best offers this summer. Yeah, the check is in the mail, right? It's not happening. They actually came out and made an announcement at eBay Open last week and said it will not happen till after the holidays. And as you know, after the holidays starts January the 2nd, 2023. And they're not saying it's going to happen January 2nd. They're saying they're going to, explore expanding it and rolling it out after the holidays. So it looks like we're stung. No immediate payment on best offers for the foreseeable future. Don't shoot the messenger, guys. I'm just a reporter, okay? It bothers me as much as it bothers you. Cancellations. What is going on with these cancellations? It's the fall of 2022, and I'm still getting wicked cancellations, all right? There are 3 ways to handle a cancellation. I have 3 ways I handle them, and I approve of all 3 ways. Now, I'm not saying you have to do this, but I'm saying this is the way I do it. This is the way Cute Joey does it, all right? Now listen carefully to the 3 scenarios involving cancellations. Scenario number 1. A buyer sends you a best offer on your item, let's say $90 for an item that you're asking $100. You click accept, you send him an invoice, and then either immediately or within a day or 2, he sends you the cancellation request. Now, let me tell you something. I know it sucks, I know it's depressing, but in that case, it's in your best interest to cancel immediately, because your item is now off the shelf. All right? He's never going to pay you. All right? You can hold your breath till you're blue in the face. You'll never see a dollar from this clown. All right? And don't say, well, in this case, I'll wait the 4 days. Maybe he'll get an unpaid item strike. Guys, he won't. I wish he would, but he won't. It's in your best interest to cancel right away, relist it, block him. I've been noticing quite a few people who cancel are getting reverse positive feedback that says something like, buyer canceled right away. All right? I want you to start checking people's feedback anytime they try and cancel, because these people have a habit of it. All right? Second scenario. You have an item that's $100. A buyer clicks buy it now, pays you, whoop, $100. There you go. You happen to be online, like I was a couple of weeks ago. Right away, you print out the packing slip, you print out the label, you box it up. There it is. All of a sudden, you notice you got a cancellation request. No, not happening. Okay? When I print that label, the item's going. Even eBay says we are not required to cancel. If eBay is God, okay? If eBay says we don't have to cancel, we don't have to cancel. It's up to the buyer to do due diligence before clicking that buy it now. The only reason they want to cancel is because they found a better price somewhere else. Now, in the case that I was telling you about a couple of weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago, it was a $40 item. Right? No, I'm not canceling. So, a little show and tell here. This is $40, all right? If I had canceled, I wouldn't have this in my hand now. But I do, and it's going right back where it belongs, right back in my pocket, okay? That was scenario number 2. Scenario number 3. A buyer does a buy it now, $100, pays you right away, and asks to cancel. However, you're on the road. You're at your friend's house, and you don't get, you get the notification on your phone, but you haven't printed the label yet, all right? Nothing's been done. You've done nothing. This basically is what I'm going to call a little bit of a gray area. Do you want to cancel it or not? That's up to you. What I do, I look at the item, I look at the buyer, and I do one of 2 things. Now here is where you have to pay strict attention. Either A, I'll refuse the cancellation and I'll send the item out. And I think once in my whole life did the person ever return it. One time. Or B, If for some reason you're not comfortable sending the item out, you're going to cancel, I suggest you wait the maximum allowable time, which I believe is 4 days, and I'll tell you why. 99% of the time, the buyer is canceling your item because eBay showed him the same item from another seller. I think we all agree on that, right? Now, human nature being as it is, usually I would think that any rational person would not go ahead and buy that cheaper item until he gets his money back on the first item. Am I right? It's my guess that possibly within those 4 days, another buyer will step in, buy the item, and the original buyer will get a lesson in humility. Okay? I don't like people who cancel. It's not right. People need to take responsibility when they click the buy it now or when they send the best offer. That's my personal opinion. I had another person write to me. I guess it was a week or two ago, which I didn't get to tell you about. Said something like, I'm trying to buy your item and it won't let me buy it. It says you have me blocked. I want you to unblock me so I can buy the item. No. No. I don't unblock people, and I won't do it. There's only really 2 reasons I've ever blocked someone in the first place. 1 is they didn't pay, or 2 is they started asking me questions that concern me. Christ, I can't tell you how many questions I get, not per week, per day. I have a new procedure that I've implemented because it's just so out of hand. The other day I got up, checked my phone. I had not 1, not 2, but 3 questions that were sent to me in the middle of the night. All right? How many of those 3 questions do you think I answered? None. Why? Because they were all ridiculous in nature. One was somebody wanting me to measure something. I'm not a tailor. I'm not measuring anything. The second guy wanted to know why the shipping was so expensive. I did take a little time out and block him. Anytime they question the shipping price, that's a block. If they want to question the price of the item, that's one thing. That's just business, but not the price of the shipping. And the last cat, what was he questioning? It was something really, really outrageously dumb. I can't remember what it was off the top of my head. But yeah, that's been my week in eBay. Sales this week were good. I have no complaint. No complaint about sales. Had a couple of returns. That's just par for the course. I sometimes wonder, do you guys ever get a person, a nitpicker, that gets an item and complains? He contacts you through eBay messages. Oh, the item has more scratches than I thought it did. I looked at the pictures and you can't see all the scratches in the pictures. So you say to the guy, just send it back. What's the big deal? And instead of just clicking to return this item and just sending it back, even when they file item not as described, which I do have one of those, they go out of their way to take 10 pictures of the same item you just sent them, and they write this long paragraph. Now, guys, don't you dare tell me these people aren't lonely. They're looking to establish a pen pal or a line of communication, and I got to be honest with you, while it is aggravating, there is a small part of me that feels sorry for these people. I can't fathom ever taking 10 pictures of an item that I'm dissatisfied with and writing a long paragraph. There's no need for it. Anyway, guys, I'm Crazy New York Driver, and you're not. Thank you for watching this video. Every single Friday, I make these videos to try and help you stay successful as an eBay seller. If you think I'm doing a good job, please leave me a thumbs up. It tells me I'm on point and appreciated. If you don't think I did a good job, tell me in the comment section what you want me to hit up, and I'll try and do it for you next week. Guys, I hope you make a lot of money on eBay this week. Rock on and peace!